Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the Master 33 Method Narcissistic Abuse Therapeutic Healing Cards for a 3-card spread reading. I already showed you in a different video how to do a 1-card reading, and that is done from top to bottom. This one's a little different because we're going to be doing it across all 3 cards. So basically what you do is you pick 3 numbers between 1 and 78, and then I send you the cards that you picked, and then you're going to read them in a very specific way to get maximum benefit. So the 3 cards that I pulled for this their titles are Feeling Stuck, Lingering Doubt, and Abundance is Unlimited. So what I want you to do is just first read across the top paragraphs on each card. So it goes like this. Have you ever experienced that no matter what you tried to do or create, nothing would happen from it, as if you were blocked or felt incapable due to feeling so low about yourself because of the way you were treated in a toxic relationship? Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you worked or how much you tried to improve your life, nagging self-doubt remained and reinforced because of the toxic relationship? Have you ever experienced that no matter how hard you worked, money was always scarce and just out of reach, leaving you stressed, anxious, or feeling powerless? Now, when you read that across, you kind of get a little bit of a story there. And so this is how I would go back over it, and this is what I want you to do. I just want you to acknowledge a time in your life where you can relate to some of these types of experiences, or something comes up inside you that reminds you of something similar. And so, have you ever experienced no matter what you tried to do or create, nothing good happened from it, as if you were blocked or felt incapable? Okay, yes, I have done that several times. For instance, I always come up with these great creative ideas, and then all of a sudden, I'm completely uninterested in them. Even though they're good ideas, I never follow through with them. There's always something missing or something blocking me. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you worked or how much you tried to improve your life, nagging self-doubt remained? Self-doubt always came creeping in, even though you thought you were doing the right thing or on the right path or really trying to dig yourself out of a hole. You would just get overwhelmed with the self-doubt, and it would make you feel stopped and stuck. Have you ever experienced that no matter how hard you worked, money was always scarce and just out of reach? I've experienced that only after the narcissistic abuse. After that narcissistic abuse happened, I felt completely shut down, powerless. Nothing I tried worked. Like I just mentioned, I felt stuck and I had doubt, and everything just didn't work out for me. And then I kind of came to the conclusion that I felt powerless. After thinking about all these 3 cards, I kind of deduced that I felt powerless. I was stuck. I couldn't move forward. Now you're going to relate to these cards in a totally different way. This is just the way I'm relating to them. So then you come up with your own conclusion about it, and all you have to do is just acknowledge those experiences. You don't have to dwell on them. You just have to acknowledge that they're there, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. You can't heal what you don't acknowledge. So that was step 1. Step 2 is where you're really going to do the work. So the next paragraphs, the second paragraph all the way across, you're going to read across, and then you're going to use your imagination. Your imagination is what's going to connect you to your higher self, and you're going to create a story of what it would be like to have all these positive flips in your life and what that would look like for you. So here we go. Until it came. That feeling stuck was only a conditioned response you believed was real. Inherent, creative value and potential were never lost. You remembered that the past could not dictate your future, Every now moment is new. Nothing in the past mattered. You moved forward, and every action you took aligned with your growth and empowerment, until it finally dawned on you those doubts were just echoes of manipulation, not truths about your worth or ability. Your innate intelligence, strength, and intuition guide your choices, and your clarity and confidence naturally grew as you aligned with your own values and goals, until you finally realized scarcity is non-existent. The universe always expands. It's full and overflowing. Scarcity has been a false conditioned belief. Financial opportunities, resources, and creativity is wealth, and has always been endless possibilities. I just needed to choose to trust in this truth of abundance and continue to align myself with it. So now I'm going to create in my mind a story I can use to my benefit, using all the things in the card to create the story for me. And I'm going to see myself and see my life in a way that works for me, in a way that I want to live, that I would be happy to live. And so that for me is feeling stuck was only a conditioned response that I believed. My inherent creative value and potential were never lost. So now I imagine myself. I believe in myself now. I'm creative. I'm following through with all my creative ideas. I'm loving to myself. I'm happy. I'm living at the beach, which is where I really want to live, and surrounded by beautiful people and kind and generous and honest people that are genuinely care about me and are genuinely and trustworthy. And I'm being creative, and I'm living in my beautiful home, and I'm being creative every day with all kinds of different art projects, and my work is booming and everything is great. Follow my intuition, and every time I follow my intuition, more wonderful things happen, and all these beautiful synchronicities happen in my life, and I'm flowing, and I'm in the flow, and I'm happy, and all of this narcissistic stuff is way behind me. Financial opportunities and the creative, endless possibilities, and everything that I create or go forward with or move forward with is like the Midas touch. I just do it and it works because I'm in the flow and I'm in alignment and I'm creating my life the way I want it to be. And I don't have to worry or think about any of the nonsense that happened before because I'm not in that space anymore. I know myself. I know the truth. I know that scarcity is a lie. It's not even true, and the only way you can make it true is if you believe in it. And so that's part of the story that I'm creating for myself. And then we move on to the next part, which is how lucky was I to realize I had the power to move freely, create, and express myself fully and expanded regardless of the past false limitations or toxic influence. Wasn't it amazing when I realized I only allowed thoughts and beliefs that supported my confidence, clarity, and personal growth? Wasn't it amazing when I decided to only trust in financial and creative channels that effortlessly supported my growth, freedom, and prosperity? So what you're doing when you're asking these questions the way they are on the card is they are asked in the past tense. And so that directly, and they're questions, so they directly open up your connection to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is now going to fill that. It's going to look for the answers to those questions in your life, and it's going to show you through synchronicities and real life experiences. So you're creating that right now as you do this exercise. And so what you want to do is milk it for as long as you can. You want to milk the positive aspects that we did earlier, and you're going to milk this even more. And you have to do it for more than 68 seconds, and that will get the manifestation juices and momentum flowing. So what you do is you go and you read it again. How lucky was I to realize I had the power to move freely and create and express myself fully expanded. What does that look like for me? That looks like me in my studio, just fully loving the creative process, following my passion. Everything I do is beautiful and I love it, and other people respond to it. That's what it looks like for me. It might look totally different for you. And that's exactly why it works different for everyone. Everyone has their own dream. And wasn't it amazing when I realized I only allowed thoughts and beliefs that supported my confidence, clarity, and personal growth? Yes, now what would that be like? That means that I am laser focused on keeping my attention and my beliefs laser focused on my personal empowerment. And all those self-doubts I used to have all the time, those are not even allowed. Those don't even come in anymore because I'm strict about not giving them airtime. Amazing when I decided to only trust in financial and creative channels that effortlessly supported my growth. That means I'm going to be laser focused on the things that work for me, and I'm going to know it, and I'm just going to move forward with it because I'm already in the knowing that that's going to work for me. And that's how I create this story for myself, positively. And then we move on to the Somatic Integration experience. I remember when a lightness and energy awakened within me, flowing through my body, released all heaviness and resistance. I embodied the knowing that I had always been capable of moving forward and creating meaningful change. I felt a warm, firm sense of stability and clarity, like standing rooted in the ground while light filled me from within, and my body carried proof that the self-belief and truth had always been my natural state. I felt a warm, energized flow of abundance course through me, opening my mind and chest, radiating confidence and security. I embodied that knowing that money and resources had always come in alignment with my highest good. And that's where I really milk it again and feel it in my body. Feel what it's like to feel abundance. Feel what it's like to be in alignment. Feel what it's like to have confidence and knowing. And feel what it's like to have all that creativity flowing through you and the passion. You feel lighter, you feel expanded. And that's what you want. That's how you milk this. If you can get that feeling inside of you and really feel what it would be like, use your imagination in the past tense, like you're remembering something from the past or an experience that you had that you remember fondly. And oh yeah, that was great when that happened. That's how you work with these cards. And then what you do is you feel all that stuff running through your body and you're loving it and you're really embodying it. And then you stop and you go, okay, this is a wonderful feeling. I like this feeling. And compare it. Compare it to how you felt before. How you felt when you felt stuck in the doubt and the scarcity, and how that feels dark and heavy and dull and yucky. And then feel the expanded version of you flowing and being creative and loving your life. And then I want you to do this. This is very important. You have to choose. You make a choice. You make a conscious choice to choose the positive feeling. And that's it. You make that conscious choice because of course you would, because of course it feels better. And you wouldn't even have this dream. You wouldn't even be able to have this dream that you just made up unless your higher self gave it to you. And your higher self would only give you that specific dream if it was possible for you, or you wouldn't even be able to conceive it. So you need to know that. And that's how you use the 3-card spread. And then there's another video explaining exactly how that works scientifically in your body and what benefits you're going to get out of that. The benefits are multiple and multi-layered. They're very powerful, and in some instances you can see results in the same day or the next day. You're going to see how you've changed. And go check out that video because it really explains the scientific basis for that. And then there's another video that's going to explain the spiritual basis of that. And so go check that out, and I will see you in the next video.